All right. Um, Suge's latest podcast episode, was primarily about Snoop, but he did say something. He was comparing himself to Trump and saying that they have a lot of things in common. And he mentioned that people made light of the assassination attempt because he only got hit in the ear, and he says he can relate to that because people say that he didn't really get shot, that it was fragments or it was glass that hit him in his neck. But he doubled down on stating that he does have a bullet lodged in the back of his head from the Vegas incident. Did you hear that? And can you tell me what you know about that incident and whether that's true or not true?
Yeah. Um, One thing I can say, Suge has always maintained this, or maintained that he has a bullet, a fragment, or a piece of a bullet in the skull of his head. And and the doctor is telling me it came in millimeters of causing major damage to him, to where he's lucky and blessed to be alive. He had even told me when he was in prison and called me and had to get me to get attorneys up to the prison when he was at CMC. And he was hollering, Reggie, they trying to kill me. They trying to kill me. They trying to operate and pull this bullet out of my head, and I don't want them to happen. Where we had to get attorneys up there to make them stop. So in fairness to Suge has always maintained that. I'm one that he probably would be mad at, and I'm no doctor, but I always believed that it was a fragment as well, a piece of fragment that broke off and hit him and went and put a gash in his head. Um, if you ever really look at it, I'm telling you, Suge has always wear a ski ball. His head has healed up well, looks good. But then also, if you look at the back of his head, when Greg the barber busted him upside his head.
Quick question. Did you have an Under Armour account in 2025? Maybe you just bought some shoes online? Well, you might want to listen to this. Apparently, there are allegations that Under Armour was involved in a massive data breach around November 2025. We're talking about millions of accounts where private info was allegedly left vulnerable to unauthorized access. It's one of those things where you think your data is safe and suddenly it's not. Your personal data has real value, and when a company fails to keep it secure, you shouldn't be the one paying the price. Morgan & Morgan is stepping in to fight to hold them accountable and to help protect your consumer privacy. If you had an account prior to November 2025, you may qualify for a claim of up to $500. You can check the link in the description to submit a claim now. It's super easy and it takes less than 2 minutes to see if you qualify. Seriously, go check if you're eligible before the window closes.
That area healed up well as well. So Suge is one of those that body heals up well, apparently, especially on the top of his head. So my point would be, Donald Trump, I definitely believe is a fragment, but I'm glad I thought he would be wearing that Band-Aid on his ear until the end of the campaign. And so it was shocking to see that he took it off real quick. I really believe Donald Trump had a cut on his head, on his ear, I'm sorry. And the person that saved his life, that if he becomes president, should be, in my opinion, parks, fucking hills or mountains, like President Cleveland went and named all the forests and all the mountains and stuff after himself. Donald Trump should be naming after that man, because that man stopped the bullet that was meant to hit Donald Trump, and I believe that man saved his life, the fireman. And so respect to him, and rest in peace to him and to his family, and condolences. But that would be my take about the bullet thing. But Suge has always maintained that it's hard to talk about other people's health conditions, because he's the only one that knows what him and his doctors have said. But you also hear people saying that Suge was at the club hours later after that happened. He wasn't at the club hours later. It was probably about 5 or 6 in the morning when he got released, he did go and stop by the club, and then he went home. But Suge was released from the hospital 4 or 5 hours. And there's some rumor out there that some trolls out there, troll channels talking about I've said that it took me 3 hours to get to the hospital. I keep telling y'all, that attorney from Vegas took us to the hospital immediately. So I was at the hospital within 30 minutes for whoever pushing that theory. And I told y'all, once I got back there to see Suge, I didn't immediately get back to the back room. But I told y'all what I observed when I got, they finally let me back and I got myself back to the emergency room. But it wasn't no 3 hours later, or it might have been 3 hours later that I got in the back. But Suge was released by minimum 4 or 5 that morning. And I don't think they let people with gunshots or bullets in their skull, close to their skull, out that quickly, would be my take. I think they let people with cuts out that quickly. Reggie Tate, but who am I to correct Suge Knight? He's here telling the story, and we'll let that stand.